the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup, and they are off and racing, and a really good start from Evie Richards in the red and blue of Trek Factory Racing. There is your UCI World Champion Puck Pieterse, though. Puff of the cheeks, heads up the climb for the first time.
And it was a shocker for Sammy Maxwell. See, middle of the pack, missed the pedal and just caused a bit of chaos. So here, about 20 feet back.
Rider down already at the back, but aside from that, they're all clear. And Ollie, look how chewed up this grass climb has got from those under-23 races in the rain this morning. Messaging in from the bottom saying Haley Batten dead last at the minute off the start line.
And some real smart riding there. Luana Lecomte took the feed zone, which has made she go on the outside on fresh track, and you see on that left side. Look at
Lecomte going the left-hand side, the French national champion. We did say that she will fancy a good crack at this today, Luana Lecomte. These are her conditions. Puck Pieterse, though, let's face it, in fields covered in water, not too bad either, cyclocross megastar. And this bridge as well, and the second bridge actually bottlenecks after this one, which was causing a lot of riders to get off their bikes. There's Mona Mitterwallner for your shot now with Zena Fry. Work to be done for Mitterwallner, but she does come through traffic extremely well, we know that. Here is that bridge I mentioned.
Then it's really steep coming up onto there, and you need a bit of momentum coming into it. You go kind of 10th or 11th wheel, the riders hit each other and bulk up.
And there, as we see it, everyone getting balled up. Mona Mitterwallner in the blue jersey with the white helmet, the middle of your screen now, alongside Rebecca Henderson, the national champion of Australia, off and running. It is raining yet again here in Leogang. Here we go. This climb underneath the lift line is absolutely miserable. You can see the red jersey of Sammy Maxwell just making some room for herself there, and this climb, absolute misery, Ollie. Moving forward, but Luana Lecomte here, massive injection of pace at the front. She's taking Pieterse with her. Lil just struggling to hold on. There's Richards behind Samara Maxwell, and
there we go, Lecomte, Pieterse, and Candice Lil as well. Good start for the South African, just rolling in third at the moment.
Lecomte is going to have a job in her hands to manage that thing all race long. Full suspension, canyon of Puck Pieterse. Puck is working harder on the Whoop Live, 172 beats per minute, plays 160 for Luana Lecomte. It's an overtake, so Puck Pieterse to the front. 2 seconds the gap between Pieterse and Lecomte on our screens, but looks like slightly more on course between the splits at the minute.
Yeah, this is the first tech feature. There's kind of 3 route drops in.
There's Lecomte just having to get off the back of that BMC bike, try and get some grip into the rear wheel.
Sammy Maxwell going for the beeline. Savita Blunt just...
and Maxwell
really
unclips and will hold Blunt up as well now. Lil off the bike. Candice Lil just sliding away down this one. Doesn't fancy that one bit.
I mean, this A-line, really steep, really rocky. Interesting, actually. I mean, Candice Lil, I'd say a bit of a mistake there. We saw a lot of riders going for...
Keller. Keller's down right on that knee on that massive rock. Pulls up, there's Mitterwallner and Richards. Chaos here in the first really choppy natural descent in Leogang. Mitterwallner having to ride the top tube down the bottom. For reference, out of our shot, Puck Pieterse apparently absolutely smashed that descent effortlessly.
And they'd lost a lot of time there. We saw Lecomte riding that section here into the second big section.
Look at these routes covered in mud from the races earlier on this afternoon. But Pieterse, Ollie, we've talked about it before. This is the advantage of being out front and being able to ride your own race. 9 seconds now between her and Lecomte.
Yeah, once you're out front, you can choose your line, and we're going to get mistakes. If you make a mistake, you see Lecomte here just rolling through. She's fast in the section. On that, like, the hardtail bike, she doesn't have that benefit of the rear suspension. But
so much, you can see how much more energy is going through her body. We rejoin the live drone now behind Sevilla Blanc, who's been gapped slightly by Sammy Maxwell, who's recovered from that first descent. Unclip. Pieterse, Lecomte, Maxwell, Blanc the top 4. 10 seconds the difference between Pieterse and Lecomte. This is a serious effort off the front from Puck Pieterse here, though. The 23-year-old Dutchwoman fancies doing a disappearing act out front. Lecomte takes the bottle, but looks comfortable so far. There's Sammy Maxwell. Absolutely thankless work. Puck Pieterse, though, 185 beats per minute in the red zone already, zone 5, so she's going for it here, Ollie.
Yeah, and this is probably the hardest climb of the lap. It's just right in front of you, super steep. And this is the bit where you need to just dip into that zone 5, crest the top, but you do get recovery out.
Sammy Maxwell up on the back of Leogang Lecomte's bike now. Leogang Lecomte puts a couple of more pedal strokes in out of the saddle to stretch the elastic slightly, but Pieterse another 2 seconds, 27 seconds now the gap from the leader back to the chasing pair here. Here we go, Sammy Maxwell moving past Leogang Lecomte. Into second place for Maxwell. This is really clever. Look at Maxwell and Lecomte over, as you say, onto the grass, just getting the tyres cleaned out, getting that mud out from between the treads as much as possible.
Green is grip, mate. Green is grip.
Pieterse, Maxwell, Lecomte, Forcini, Kohler, your top 5 as it stands. Mitterwallner's in 6th though and moving forwards. Leogang Lecomte though, moving backwards off the back of Maxwell now by 16 seconds or so. Unable to live with the pace of Maxwell and moving back towards the clutches of Ramona Forcini. Forcini about to power past Lecomte. Lecomte looking all at sea all of a sudden. Ramona Forcini was under 23 XCO world champion back in 2015 in Valnor. There's Lecomte, so she hasn't fallen much further behind Forcini now, maybe just beginning to find that upward sort of trajectory again.
Sometimes you get a little bad patch or could be an issue with the gears, and sometimes you just need to regroup, get back going again.
Puck Pieterse currently 55 seconds to the good ahead of Samara Maxwell and still having problems with that beeline. Puck, oh, just getting caught up here, but as you say, Ollie, on a day like today, this is why you build leads to begin with. Ramona Forcini, 141 back in 3rd place. Forcini having the ride of her career so far. Lecomte, 154 back in 4th. Yolanda Neff up in the top 5 now, 2 minutes and 1 second back here in Leogang. As there is Yolanda Neff doing battle with Leogang Lecomte now. Neff looking for that 4th spot from Lecomte, gets it.
And that'll be a tough one for Lecomte to swallow, just, you know, the morale.
Been a huge, huge ride for Puck Pieterse as she heads on to the final lap of the 4th round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup here in Leogang.
Yes, Forcini, Neff, Lecomte, Wiedmann, Short, all getting closer and closer together on this last lap. It's going to be a big scrap.
Look at Wiedmann moving in on the back of Leogang Lecomte there, the blue jersey.
Yeah, Wiedmann on a charge.
She's going to pass her here.
Yeah.
There's Isla Short still in 7th as well.
They're all just coming back together on this climb.
Tammy Wiedmann pulls out on the grass, almost a wry smile from Leogang Lecomte as she goes past her. Short, 2 minutes 22, back at the lead. Leogang Lecomte fighting now. You can see the teeth are out. The grimace starts to spread. Yolanda Neff pulling away from them now. And you can see the concertina effect with the Cannondale staff running alongside. Yolanda Neff just roaring final bits of encouragement. Pieterse, Maxwell, Forcini, Neff, Wiedmann and Lecomte, the top 6.
The Neff doing well. She did get caught by Wiedmann, but responded straight away and just pulling out the gap again.
I just wonder if Wiedmann isn't done yet, you know. No. She moves across towards Yolanda Neff. So Forcini is 17 seconds away from Yolanda Neff.
And this is where you start counting down the climbs.
I say Yolanda Neff, it's Wiedmann now. Wiedmann's gone past Neff. As Puck Pieterse is heading towards the finish line now, though. It is all done. The fish is in the boat. What a ride from this woman for Alpecin de Koenig. It has been metronomic. Puck Pieterse gets ready to do the double for the first time in her mountain bike career. The UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup in Leogang goes to that woman, Puck Pieterse. Total domination in Austria from the Dutch rider. She rode away from them on lap 1 and she stayed away. Second place today though, going to the overall points leader, Sammy Maxwell. This has been a big day for her and well she knows it. Look at this. Samara Maxwell knows that will do nicely. A hatful of points. Welcome to the UCI World Cup podium. Ramona Forcini cannot believe it. Bix's performance, third place for her. Just bring out the best of some riders. Here we go. Yolanda Neff versus Tamara Widman for the line then. Neff going for fourth place. Neff gets the job done for Cannondale Factory Racing. Her best performance of the season. Pieterse does the double for the first time in her UCI cross-country World Cup career. Short track win.
What a race.
Pieterse wins by 50 seconds. Ahead of Samara Maxwell, Ramona Forcini, Yolanda Neff and Tamara Widman in 5th place.